emotional plea tonight from the sister of an NYPD officer who took his own life this week. Robert Echevarria was the 9th in a spate of suicides plaguing the department. She says he never got the help he needed. Here's CBSN New York's Carolyn Gusoff.
A visit from the NYPD too late, says Eileen Echevarria, days after her brother Bobby killed himself.
It's an epic failure. They're responsible. They don't want their officers to get help. 6
times in the last decade, she says she alerted Internal Affairs about her brother's mental health. As recently as June, in this email she wrote he's suicidal and was concerned about his guns.
My brother was suicidal and homicidal. My brother's unraveling. He has serious financial stress. You have to help him.
The department said it would investigate, but Echevarria was cleared. His guns returned in 2 days.
And less than 2 months later, my brother committed suicide. My final words to the lieutenant and the psychiatrist was, when my brother kills himself, this blood is on you.
So you complained a half a dozen times over a period of a decade?
Yes.
And each time you say you were blown off?
Yes. I'll forward you the emails. I'll play the voice messages. They found nothing wrong. Anybody could have seen, just looking at how financially he was a mess, how derailed my poor brother was. And I told them, their financial stress, the stress of this job where police are being spit on, and everything else, my brother's unraveling. And they said no.
This spate of suicides that you see is no surprise to you?
None. None. Mayor de Blasio goes on and the police commissioner, oh, we want them to get mental health. No, you don't. I tried. I begged you. I went to you. And you blew it off and said he's fine. And now my brother's dead.
It doesn't surprise me at all.
This retired NYPD veteran says the public can't begin to understand the stresses.
Confronting danger, going into places nobody wants to go into, throwing buckets of water on them. We live in a culture today that is just, has demonized police. We're not immune to it. We want to believe that, as the centurions of the streets, that we could handle anything, including our own problems.
24 years on the beat, Michael Gilligan went to see a cop doc, as they call it, but says there's often a price to pay.
We need to have the resources to go to without the repercussions from the job or the stigma, placing labels on us.
Robert Echevarria was assigned to the police sector that responds to terror attacks.
How many more times can you put these police officers under so much pressure and stress? And they can't go to anybody because it's that thin blue line. My brother was terrified to go. He was going to lose his job.
She's speaking out, she says, to bring change.
So how many more officers, how many more children are going to be fatherless or motherless before the NYPD does something?
She says cops should be offered regular therapy. Gilligan has another idea.
And I'd be willing to take phone calls from a guy to help him out. And maybe that's what's necessary. Guys who are retired, who understand, who've been through stuff.
A department spokesperson says it's conducting an investigation into Echevarria's claims. Meanwhile, they've rolled out a suicide prevention video that's mandatory for all members to watch. In West Islip, Long Island, Carolyn Gusoff, CBSN, New York.
Now, we talked about this at length last night on CBSN New York. The police commissioner has declared a mental health crisis in the department and has urged the ranks to seek help. It's so important. If you find yourself in the need of someone to talk to, well, there is help out there. Call this number. You see it right there, 646-610-6730, 646-610-6730, or you can text BLUE to 741-741. We have that information, life-saving information, on our website, cbsnewyork.com.